Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Washington Nationals going up against the Atlanta Braves. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shammy. And we got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a three-game set. They've split the first two, and regardless of how important a series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, Spencer Strider. What's the scouting report on him?
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
That one in for a strike, 2-2. Rolled slowly to first, and he picks it up and he'll put it in his pocket. Up the middle. White on to first. One up, one down. As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and a guy is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Dom Smith stands in. And that one goes straight to the backstop. But all the runners hold. Next pitch is outside.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
The 3-1 in for a strike, full count.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
Swung on, belted. Harris on the move, heading back. Back some more. Back some more. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags up for third. In there. He's safe.
Man, he hammered that one to center. I thought it was out of here, but wind just absolutely killed it.
Now batting Jamer Candelario. Good eye right there. Hebert Ruiz waits on deck. Two on, 2 outs. That's through there for a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Righty delivers. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. The run comes across and the Nats score first. It's 1-0.
Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
So 2 down, and now it's Hebert Ruiz. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Kicks and fires. Pitch misses inside, and it's 2-1.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
And it's even up. Meneses at second. Candelario at first. 2 out of the inning. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Grabs it on the run. And the inning is over. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. Welcome back. And on the mound today, Mackenzie Gore. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand.
Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the lob, and gets the home run.
And now it's going to be Braden Shoemake. And a foul ball.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Got it by him for the K.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Next offering is in for a strike. Struck him out looking. Froze him with the heater at the knees. Braves get one on the big fly. All even now at 1-1. All set for the start of the inning. And now up for Washington, Michael Chavis.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
In the air out to center. Harris makes the catch, and there's one gone.
The center fielder.
Here's Jared Kelenic. Sat out last night's game, but back in there today. Next offering is in for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
2-2 down. Ripped on the ground a second. Oh, the throw is over his head. And this ball's going to wind up out of play.
Just looked like he pushed that throw. Not a long distance, so something definitely broke down mechanically. Sometimes the shorter throws can be harder to make. You don't see many high throws from second baseman over to first because they usually don't have to put much on it.
3-2 now. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ildemaro Vargas. He's 0 for 1. And it is 2-1. Popped up. Shoemake on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Bottom of the inning. Matt Olson up to the plate. And a pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Matt Olson, a guy who grew up in the Atlanta area, went to the same high school that produced Jeff Francoeur. And in fact, Jeff's mom was one of Matt Olson's teachers in grade school. And a curve misses outside. When Olson was traded to the Braves from the Oakland A's, Francoeur's mom texted Brian Snitker and said, "You're going to love Matt Olson." Over to first, and Olson is set down. Here's Marcell Ozuna. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a pitch. Got him swinging.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high
Batting
fastball. It used to be
The
that
catcher.
a lot of guys didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
The next offering misses. 2-2. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. There's a swing and a drive. Gone. Travis d'Arnaud hits one out. That's a special one. 100 career homers. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here's Orlando Arcia. Next one misses, and that's ball 3. And he flips a breaking ball in there, or a changeup.
Either one. Something off speed. Good arm action on it. Whatever it was.
Bounce to the left side. Fair ball.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch
Batting
to the
done.
plate lately.
He kind of
The
rolled
second
over
baseman.
on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
The 1-2. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Top half of the 3rd inning. Up now for Washington, Luis Garcia.
Luis Garcia.
Left-hand hitter waits. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. The pitch. Liner, base hit.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
And the batter now, Joey Meneses. In the air, right field. Fair ball. Here comes the throw. And the throw's offline, safe at 3rd.
Up next for
When you
Washington.
pop a ball up like that, you don't expect it to get you a knock too often. But right there, somehow he got it to drop in behind first base, and that's where no one could get to it.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Dominic Smith digging in for the Nationals. 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. Chopper right side. D'Arnaud throws to first in time, and that is a big first out. Jamer Candelario, the next to hit. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Three-two. That one is absolutely belted. Acuna going back, racing back some more.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Line drive. Acuna pulls that one down. Both runners tagging. Play at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. We are tied at 2.
Sometimes that can be a little tough to score on. It was hit so hard that getting back to the bag, the tag, takes a little bit of time by the time that outfielder catches it. But a really good job of getting that run in from 3rd.
And now it's even up.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout, just didn't locate it very well.
tied up here in the early going. On the ground at first. The flip to the pitcher covering. Third out, and that ends the frame. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. We are tied 2-2. Set for the bottom of the third, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Michael Harris. And a 2-1 on the way. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Next pitch is popped up. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, shortstop,
Braden Shoemake. Next up for the Braves. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Ball to strike. The pitch. Late with the swing there.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Back up the middle and a base hit.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with a well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
That's a base hit. The relay, and he's safe. So it's first and third with 1 down.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Here's Acuna now. Caught looking his first time up. That misses. 3-1 now.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot. Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
The 1-1 is fouled off. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. And the pitch. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Flips the corner, and it's 2-2. Shoemake, the runner at third. Riley over at second. Acuna on at first with 2 down.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And welcome back. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Michael Chavis. Lined, and that's a base hit.
That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early, stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. And now a chance to maybe...
Charlie Morton will take over here.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Go-ahead run on base. Jared Kellner digging in for the Nationals. Next offering is in for a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. Next offering is fouled back.
with 2 strikes. May see some movement over there at first base. Try to stay out of a double play here.
Just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a good take.
Not close with that one, and it's a full count. Nobody out, runner at first. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Base knock, and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
This to center field. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the grab. Runner tagging for third. And he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away. Back to the top of the lineup. Ildemaro Vargas digging in for the Nationals. Here's a 1-1. And that's through there for a strike.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
One and 2 here. Fires to second for 1, and that's 2. Back here at the ballpark, and now the catcher comes up to him. Travis d'Arnaud. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Ripped to third and caught. Now it's the DH, Orlando Arcia. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Slice the other way. That's a base hit.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Nice job at driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. 2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Spoiled that backdoor breaking ball perfectly. Stayed tall, didn't lean out towards it, let it get deep, and then just squared it up pretty nicely the opposite way. That's great hitting.
And now Michael Harris.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
1 out. Runners at first and second. That misses the zone. Full count, 3-2. Line drive to short and caught.
Nice swing and good solid contact. That ball was smoked, but needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
So first and second with 2 outs. Braden Shoemake next up for the Braves.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
Ball to strike. That's ripped into the outfield. Kelnick brings it in for the 3rd out. 2 left for Atlanta, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Back here in Atlanta, here's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. Charlie Morton, a guy who has had a pretty incredible ride. He's won the World Series twice with the Astros in 17 and with the Braves in 2021. And he grounds one to the right side. And foul ball.
Yeah, Boog, talent aside, Charlie Morton is one of those teammate favorites. Everyone you talk to talks about how great a guy he is.
Line drive, base hit.
Up next for Washington, the designated hitter.
Go ahead run on base. And next is the designated hitter, Joey Meneses. In the air right field. Acuna has it sized up. Makes the catch. And there's one down. Now it's Dominic Smith. And there he goes. Ground ball up the middle. In plenty of time to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. Jamer Candelario digging in for the Nationals. And the righty deals. And there's a strike.
That was just paint on the first pitch fastball.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Nationals leave one. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's Austin Riley. The 1-1. Curveball over for a called strike. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches. That one the other way, and it's caught for the out. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. One down, base is empty. That one out to right. Smith gets under it. He's got it, and there's two away. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Braves are set down 1-2. Back at Truist Park, start of the sixth, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Hebert Ruiz. And a strike in there.
You know, these Nationals putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
And it's Michael Chavis at the plate. 1 for 2.
Michael Chavis.
And that's in for a strike. Next one off the plate inside. It's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Had him way out front of the slurve. Here's the center fielder, Jared Kelenic. He's 0 for 1.
Kelenic.
And the right-hander deals. And that's in for a strike. That one ran inside, almost got him. Next pitch inside, and it's 3-2. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Out of here. He rockets one to right, and they slide in front in the 6th. It's 3-2.
In a 3-2 count, you got to be ready to hit at the plate, even if it's a borderline pitch. You don't want to leave it in the umpire's hands. Got to be ready to pull the trigger. He had a great swing on that, and he got rewarded for it.
Now batting Jurickson Profar. That one outside. Now 3-1. Smoked on the ground, a second. Whips it to first. That's the 3rd out. 1 in the inning for the Nationals on the solo homer. And the home team down a run. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Well, we go bottom 6.
Leading
now
up
the left
for the
fielder,
Braves,
Marcell
The
Ozuna.
left fielder, Ozuna.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. That one ripped. Automatic double now as it hops the wall and foul ground. Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now it's Travis d'Arnaud at the plate. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Mackenzie Gore will depart, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Now on the mound for the Nationals, Victor Arano.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score, and there's still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Ozuna leads off second with nobody out. Next offering clips the zone count even at 2.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
One away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Orlando.
Next is the designated hitter, Orlando Arcia. 1-1 now. Slice to right, and that's a fair ball. In comes the run from third. Back even, it's 3-3.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Towards first, diving, and he can't make the play. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, 1 out. So the batting order turns over. Michael Harris next up for the Braves. He's already homered in this game. The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him. Snap throw. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Braden Shoemake. 1 for 3. Next offering is in for a strike. First and second, 2 down. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Smith drifts towards it, and that will end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. We're tied now with 3 apiece. New pitcher for the Braves, Dylan Lee.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
And now the lefty. And that one is inside. Lifted in the air out to left. Ozuna should have it. And there's 1 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Next pitch is downstairs.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Harris makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
Great swing of the bat right there, trying to get on as that go-ahead run. He just wasn't able to find a hole.
Next to hit for the Nats, Joey Meneses. Two outs, and that one off the outside edge.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. That one is upstairs. There's a strike.
3-1 count. Saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get me over breaking ball to bring the count full.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Dominic Smith. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. That one in for a strike, 2-2. And that's outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Out towards right center field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. So 1 left for Washington. Score remains tied at 3. Welcome back. Now, Austin Riley. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging, too. 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. Because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
3-2. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. Garcia with a relay throw in there safely.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
That one pushed foul. Rocketed out towards right center, and no one can get there. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's 4-3.
Picks himself up an RBI. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here is Matt Olson. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Next offering is down low. Next offering is in for a strike. Acuna at second with nobody out. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. On the ground, right side, and it gets by him. Smith fires it to the plate, but it's offline. And they take a 2-run lead.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
And here is Marcell Ozuna. Up the middle. Into Candelario's glove. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. Man at second. Not the best swing that time from the first-round pick.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Kicks and deals. Got him swinging. That's the second out.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Now at the plate, Orlando Arcia. Now time called. Pitching coach coming out for a meeting as 2 relievers continue to throw in the bullpen. Hunter Harvey takes over on the mound.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Line drive, base hit. Runner holds it third, so even with 2 outs, they didn't risk it.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Goes down looking. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Braves 5 and the Nationals 3. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Raisel Iglesias.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Movement in the bullpen. A.J. Minter, the closer, is getting loose. Ground ball right side. Olsen takes it to the bag. First out in the top of the 8th.
Now batting, catcher, Rebirth, Ruiz.
And it's the catcher for the Nationals, Hebert Ruiz.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
And down on strikes. 2 down. Here's Chavis now.
The left fielder, Michael Chavis.
The next pitch misses, and a count 2-1. And a good eye there. Jared Kellner in the on-deck circle for the Nats. 3-1 is on the way. There's the strike. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. He's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
Here comes A.J. Minter to the mound.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with a lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
The 1-1 is upstairs. 2-1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Next pitch misses. And now 3-1. And he couldn't come up with it.
Well, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
First and second, 2 outs. And now here is Jurickson Profar. On the ground. Tosses to first. That's out number 3. So the Nats leave a pair. They're still down 5-3. And welcome back. Bottom of the 8th. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves. Michael Harris. Lifted in the air right center field. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Braden.
And now the shortstop, Braden Shoemake. And a pitch. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Fastball to letters, froze him for strike 3. And next for Atlanta, Austin Riley. In there. And so now 1-2.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2. Give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left. Still able to come through behind in the count right there. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box.
And that should be extra bases. Around second is Riley. Candelario with a relay home. Not in time. He scores. And they lead by 3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Left-hand batter waits.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
99 miles per hour to finish him off. The Braves add 1 on the RBI double. Last chance coming up. Back here at the ballpark, we go to the 9th. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ildemaro Vargas. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Ozuna brings it in with a nice running grab.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Luis.
And now it's Luis Garcia. Next offering finds the zone, and the count is full. And here it comes. In the air out towards right center. Harris makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Next to hit, Joey Meneses, as the Nationals are down to their final out. The 1-1. Line drive. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
I'd say these guys really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road, going into some